What's up guys, welcome back to Cal Honest Guide. My name is Razif and today I'm going to compare the new Generation 2 ULANZI telephoto lens with the Generation 1 telephoto lens from ULANZI as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the depth of field of these two lenses, and I'm going to see whether these two lenses can attach on the telephoto lens of the phone, also the video quality as well, and also the gimbal compatibility. And most importantly, whether these two lenses are okay with the new current generation of phones or older. So let's go. Now using the Generation 2 telephoto lens here from ULANZI, now this is the shot you get. So the subject is super clear, the background is nicely blurred out. So you get this nice shot. So it works well with the current generation of phones. Now when I switch to the Generation 1 telephoto lens here, now for this particular example, this particular setting and timing of this shot, it looks the same. The background also nicely blurred out. So now let's jump to the second example here. Now this is the Generation 2 lens. Now as you can see that the background gradually blurs out. So it's nice, it's beautiful, it's just okay. Now when I switch the lens to the first generation lens here, now you can see that the background blur is actually it's a bit different here. You can see towards the edge here it's already like blurred out. So this is what you get. Now this is the third example. Generation 2 lens here, just nice. You can see that the foreground here it's really good. The subject is cleared. Towards the back here is nicely blurred out, and towards the right, the back there is really blurred out. Now when I switch to the Generation 1 lens here, it's giving off, the edges is giving off like this vignette effect here. So you can see that it is blurred out, but it's also giving this vignette effect. Now fixing this lens on the telephoto lens of the phone, you get this nice beautiful shot here where the background is really compressed, meaning that the background is really closer to the subject. You get this shot here. Switching it to the Generation 1, also you get somewhat similar, but you can see now the blurriness it's a bit different here. So it gives you a different feel, a different meaning to the picture here. Another example here again, Generation 2, same thing. The background is closer, compressed, and you get this nice shot here where I'm standing quite far further back. You get this beautiful shot. Now switching to the Generation 1 lens here, you can see the background here is compressed. It's also the same thing, but also now the background is a bit more blurry here. So we gives off this vignette. So it is also giving off a different kind of feel to it. Now the distance test. So this is what you get when you fix on the lens on the wide camera of the phone. You get this shot. Edge to edge is clear, middle is clear. Now switching the lens on the telephoto lens of the phone, you get this shot. It's much more further in, zoomed in. So you get this, the middle is clear, the edges are clear, so it's just nice for the Generation 2. Now when switching the lens to the Generation 1 lens on the wide camera of the phone, you get this shot here. You can see the edges, you can see the edge here is a bit blurred here out, and this side also is blurred out. So this is what you get. Then switching that Generation 1 on the telephoto lens of the phone, you get this shot. You can see there, this was written there, Times Square there is a bit blurred out there on the edge there. And the middle is always crystal clear. So this is the effect you get for the Generation 1 lens on the latest phone. Now the edge-to-edge test. So Generation 2 ULANZI telephoto lens, no problem at all. Edge-to-edge is super clear. There's no problem here. Everything is just nice. Now switching to the Generation 1 lens here, you can see that there's blurriness on the edges here on the right side and on the left side, especially at the top left here and on the right side here. Now the second test here using the Generation 2 lens, you can see that the people on the edge here is actually very clear on this side and also on that side there. So there's no problem here for the Generation 2. Now for the Generation 1 lens here, again the edges are blurred out, so it does give off a different effect. So as a filmmaker, you might know which circumstances you want to use this lens for. So this is the shot and the effect you get. Now for the gimbal compatibility, these two lenses are just fine using the normal phone gimbal, and also it does perform better with a hybrid gimbal like this. So there's no problem here. The weights are okay. It's not that heavy, it's not that light. So if you have a phone gimbal or hybrid gimbal, it works perfectly fine. It will look like this. So guys, that's it for today's lens comparison episode of the ULANZI Generation 2 versus ULANZI Generation 1 of the telephoto lens battle. If you like these two lenses, I'll put the link on the description below. You can check them out. Now, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. That'll be really helpful because I'll be testing out these lenses more. So you'll be notified as well after I upload, and also hit the thumbs up button as well. Now, if you want to check out just the new ULANZI Generation 2 telephoto lens here, I did a video on that. I'll put the link somewhere above here. You can check it out. It's fully focused on the new ULANZI telephoto lens. Now, if you have any questions, please ask me on the comment section below. I will answer them as fast as possible. That's it guys for today's episode. My name is Razif and I'll see you on the next one. This is Kalauner's Guide. Stay curious, my friends.